Welcome back to another exciting, oh god damn it, I just looked up synonyms for exciting and titillating, bright, enthusiastic, anyway, hopefully a good episode of A Guide to Poor Parenting, a podcast where me, Jason,
and me, Jennifer,
have a few drinks,
and talk shit about our kids.
And apparently try and find synonyms for exciting.
Yeah.
Please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Guide to Poor Parenting. Jennifer, how's your week been?
It's been good.
I would say so. You just got back from Indianapolis.
Yeah, I got to visit my cousin and introduce her to Wesley, and Wesley to her daughter Aubrey. So Aubrey's 9.5 and just a shy little thing, and you know Wesley's so loud and pressing.
What?
Mama made the mistake of putting my toiletries and his medicine in the safest place that was not in the car on the way to Indianapolis. So left a lot of stuff at the house that I needed and that he needed. So Trish got the full, 1,000% of Wesley. So that was fun. I mean, overall, he wasn't too bad, but you can definitely tell when he's not on medicine.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny. You texted me so it's the middle of summer right now where Wesley's been doing like a summer school thing. And it's not
get it right.
Oh yeah,
it's not mad at you.
It's not really summer school.
No.
Sorry for the interruption. The cat decided to play with one of his balls. But I've been dropping him off, and you text me. It's like, did Wesley get his medication today? And I'm like, yeah, because apparently the teachers are not. He's not doing super great.
Yeah. Apparently a girl threw a pair of scissors at him, and then somehow they ended up like on the wall. And then everybody, all his so-called friends said that he did it and got him in trouble. Everything is not about him. It's about everybody else that does wrong, not him. So, yeah. But overall, math camp is over now. But she said he did good. He just had a couple days where, it was the last day. And she was just like, can you just please make sure he has his medicine? Because I think yesterday he didn't. And when I messaged you, I was like, oh, he did. So it was just an extra day for him.
Yeah, I'm pretty I set a reminder in my phone to make sure I give it to him. And I've had it, during the school year because I drop him off in the mornings. Although he is a sneaky little shit. Yes. And will he'll take the pill. I make him take a few sips of water to make sure it goes down. But he's gotten good about getting rid of the pills, so he may have just spit it out or thrown it up.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And when I give it to him, it's put it in your mouth, let me see it in your mouth. Here's your cup of water, drink it all, open your mouth, let me see in your mouth, and then we're done. Because it's just, he is so sneaky about it, because I think he was palming him before pretending to put him in his mouth, drinking him, and then going put him in the toilet, not flushing. Like, he's not the smartest tool in the shed. He, in some aspects, and then others is like, okay, he doesn't want to take it, so he figures out ways. It's just, he leaves evidence behind. So it's just funny how he's smart about it in some ways, and then just aloof in others.
Yep. Yeah. It's like those kids who, hide, how little kids will, hide their face during peekaboo, or not peekaboo, hide and seek, and they're like, oh, you can't see I can't see you, therefore you can't see me.
Yeah, you can't find this pill in the toilet, or you can't find it behind I found it hidden behind my water, which I take, it's like the filtered water holder thing that I have, that Brita thing. Yeah. And I move it, and then there's a pill. I'm like...
Normally when I give it to him, I'll put it in his hand, and I'll see him put it in his mouth, so I don't usually, make him, show me, because I can see it in there, but... I don't know. He usually doesn't. He hasn't hidden it from me in a while, so I haven't been but...
I don't know. It could have just been a day that he was just extra.
Yeah. Just super tired, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it was after,
who knows?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. We went to so back in May, I think it was, Kiki, our daughter... It was like, hey, I want to take Kalia to the beach on the 22nd through the 25th. I was like, perfect. So I looked at Zane. I was like, where do you want to go on a trip? Because we ain't got we ain't got a kid in the house. So we were just debating between Denver and Asheville, North Carolina. And I mentioned to my mom, and she's like, oh, if you go to Denver, I'll pay for it. And we're like, deal. So mom and dad used to live there when right after I graduated high school, and we all moved up there. And I was there for 6 months. And then I moved back to Texas for college, but they lived there for about 7 years. And they really loved it. And Dad was, loved the mountains, going up in the mountains and skiing. Yeah. So we flew into Denver and what did we do? We went to Estes Park where the Stanley Hotel was, and that was really cool. Kyle was like, I don't want to say throwing a fit, but acting like a pouty baby because like so little of The Shining was actually shot there because its claim to fame is where Stephen King wrote The Shining. And
that one shot of that there's like building.
It's like from a far distance across a lake, there's like shot of the true Stanley Hotel. The rest of the shots are like in Oregon, and then the interior shots I think were sound stages in the UK.
Right.
And Kyle was all butthurt about it. He's like, "Oh, I'm disappointed." I'm like, "Dude." It's like, can you just enjoy what you got?
It's a cool hotel. Just look at it that way. It did look cool with the pictures.
Yeah, it was a beautiful hotel. And Zane they had their own like special made bourbon up there, or whiskey, I don't know, bourbon or whiskey, one of them. And we got a bottle. And then we were going to spread Dad's ashes up at Rocky Mountain National Park, but they had like you had to have a reservation to get into the park, so we couldn't do it there. And then the next day we went to Winter Park, which is a ski resort about an hour and a half up from Denver. We drove up there and we were driving, and I was the only one on the rental car lease contract, whatever it's called. And, we were getting to the switchbacks to go up into the mountain, and Zane was like, got his fancy camera taking pictures everywhere. I was like, Zane, I was like, this is very distracting.
No one breathe loud. Don't make any sudden noises. Yep. I'm concentrating wicked hard.
I am so scared right now because like every time I would, because I was on the outside of the curves right next to the guardrail, and it's like I just had to focus 20, 30 feet in front of me. I couldn't look anywhere else. Trying to control my breathing because like anytime I saw that like there were gaps in the guardrails, and I'm just like, my foot could slip easily and just we're dead. And I was like trying not to panic about it. I don't know why it panicked me so bad, but when we got to the mountain and spread Dad's ashes on we were eating lunch, I was like, okay, on the way back, when we get to the switchbacks do not talk, be quiet, and don't move a lot because I am freaked out. Although on the way back was a lot better because I was hugging the mountainside.
Right.
But it still was pretty like, ugh, I didn't like it. But we got through it. We spread Dad's ashes. And we went to some place called Meow Wolf, which is this like very trippy art exhibit kind of thing. 3 story. Well, it's 5 stories, but only 3 of them are the art exhibit. And it was really cool. We smoked a joint before we went over there, and it was me, Zane, and my brother Kyle, and I was the highest of the 3 of them, of us. I wasn't blitzed out of my mind, but I was like, oh, this is, nice high. And Kyle and Zane were like, yeah, I'm a little high, whatever. And we get done and we finish the joints, and we're all just like high as a kite. I'm like, oh, we should have been this high when we went in. But it was a lot of fun. The difference between Huntsville's airport, which is itty bitty, it's like 2 minutes to get from like where you get dropped off to your gate, is heavenly compared to the Denver airport, which is this massive, you have to take a train to your terminal, and then the security line is god awful. And in Huntsville, we only have the body scanners because the volume is so low that they can handle it. But in Denver, everybody had to go through metal detectors. And I was like, I wonder if I should have told them about my metal hips. And they set them off. And I'm like, I got metal in my hips. She's like, oh, you should have told me. You could have gone through the body scanners. I'm like, damn it. So I got frisked up by a TSA officer. Made me think of our friend Benjamin, who used to be a TSA officer, and all the frisking he did of gentlemen and ladies. No, there's mostly gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think they make.
Yeah, they don't do cross gender.
Boys and girls.
But I do remember Benjamin was saying that he like had to. Well, maybe we should tell that story. We'll have Benjamin on the podcast. Let him tell it.
There you go, Uncle Benji.
Uncle Benji, who doesn't love a good gunkle?
That's right. Wesley got a lot of them. So
that's true. So does Kalia.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, it's been a pretty good week. We've just been. Kalia went back to. We picked up Kalia from her mom, or her mom dropped. No, I picked her up from her mom's. And they ended up not going to the beach, so I kind of
just sad.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad for it. Although I kind of figured it was going to happen because when we went to the beach in March, I think it was, It was like, the prices were reasonable.
Right.
But when I looked in the summer, I was like, oh, these Airbnb costs are high. So I was like,
But we're a little pickier about what we want than
True.
I'm sure keeps.
True.
Because, we're looking for so many bedrooms, so many baths,
Yeah.
like close to the beach, because there's so many of us.
Yeah, there were 3 families,
Yeah.
basically.
So it's a little different. We go.
Even still, I did
Yeah.
feel bad for Kalia that she didn't get to go
I
to the
did
beach.
too.
But, oh well.
We'll make it up. It's not like we're not going to go on another family
Yeah.
vacation together. We go on so many of them.
True.
So.
I just saw in Sand Mountain, it's like it's a small water park they have, but it's like an hour and 50, it's like on the other side of Lake Guntersville. But it's real cute. It's got like a couple of big slides, a very long lazy river, lap pools, that kind of stuff, splash pads. Sounds like fun.
Isn't there one on the way to Birmingham too? Or like near Birmingham? There's one there too,
Yeah.
because we kept seeing signs for it when we went to Florida.
I think it's Water World, isn't it?
Oh.
Okay, I think that's like a true water park. This is just like a real tiny one, like with just a couple of slides and
Almost like
But
Port
if you're
Ballard.
going to drive, what did you say, hour and 50 minutes?
15.
Oh, well,
It's-
might as well go to the bigger one. It's halfway.
We'll see. Point Mallard is 15 minutes away, and it's not that expensive during the week. So, Kalia will just stay in the wave pool the entire time.
I think she likes the lazy river too, don't you?
I think so. Although I prefer the wave pool just because it's like the lazy river is too shallow for me to like. If I walk it, it only hits my waist.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be like chest deep for me, but it's not. So it's like I'd rather. I don't know. I just prefer the wave pool a little bit more.
Yeah.
But whatever. We'll go again sometime this summer.
It's not all about you.
I'm paying for it. Little fucker's gonna go where I want. So what are we drinking this week, Miss Jennifer?
We are drinking a unoaked Chardonnay called Toad Hollow.
Yes.
And it's very
Tart.
Tart, so my cheeks sucking in. I got my water with me too. I'm not a big Chardonnay fan, so.
But it's not buttery.
It's not, and it's not oaky.
Nope.
Doesn't taste like you're drinking a tree, so that's good. But yeah, it's not my favorite, but
I
did try.
Yeah.
You were
Well,
trying to find that one that I really liked at your cousin.
yeah, we went to St. Louis about a month ago, and my cousin was serving I think she said it was a Spanish Chardonnay, and we all really liked it. And so I was like, oh, do they have Spanish Chardonnays? And all we could find is Californian.
Yeah, but we were
So-
also at Kroger, so that's a big difference. If we had went to
True.
like an actual wine store, we probably could have found a whole bunch of Spanish wine. But
True.
well, we got what we got for however much you spent.
Yeah. I really like $15. I like it. What is the cat was like gnawing on something? What is he doing?
On the microphone
Oh, good Lord.
stand, he's
Milo.
eating the knob. So I was trying to get your attention without saying it, but yeah, he's just eating away at the plastic.
And this little rapscallion's like climbing all everything while we're doing this podcast.
He's such a teenager.
Yeah, is he a little rascal?
And then earlier, I didn't want to interrupt, but Buddy's on one side of the closed door and Milo's on the other, and they were playing with each other through the closed door at the bottom of it, and it was really cute. And then Zane went to go like grab Milo like to scare him, and I was like, no, because he's actually like interacting with Buddy in a good way, not in a negative way. I was trying to make them be friends.
It'll happen eventually, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe one day.
So what are we talking about today, Miss Jennifer?
We were talking about hygiene.
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Yay, kids and hygiene.
What's that? Who's she?
Good times.
Oh, God in heaven.
I don't have problems with Wesley. Maybe brushing his, but now he's like, he's so into his appearances that he gotta make his hair just right. He wants a do-rag. He wants certain types of brushes. He wants.
Sorry. Cat's like going crazy under my mic.
And like growth oil and Jordans and, name brand everything. And I'm like, I can get it at thrift store or I can get it for cheap. I'll get it for you, but I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on clothes that you're going to grow out of. And because he's going through some growth spurts too, getting at that age. So I'm not spending you, boy.
Yeah. And he's got the advantage. He's still like he's 12, so really hasn't started puberty yet.
Right.
Although our friend Griffin came over not too long ago, I was like, "What happened to your voice, young man?" Because it's like, oh, his voice did drop a little bit, so I can.
And so I don't hear that. That's
Yeah.
just so crazy because I'm
around him so much. Why would you? But
Yeah.
when as soon as Griffin said it, I was like, "Oh yeah, his voice did drop some." But yeah, he's got the advantage. So he's still not truly in puberty, so he's got no underarm hair yet, and so like he doesn't get the funk going yet. Unlike my sweet granddaughter, who since the age of 7,
Yeah.
well, she's when we got her at the age of 5, the foster family had sent her up with us with a thing of Dove antiperspirant. I was like, that seems a little odd, but then like a year later when she was 6, I was just like, oh, you need to start wearing this, because she started developing underarm hair, and she started puberty way earlier.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be a short little thing, but she's been funky for years, and we have battled the BO for 3 years going now.
Yeah.
But I think the best luck we've had is with Lume as the deodorant we've used, and that's really. But getting her to, and like I don't if she didn't have BO, I wouldn't care about the underarm. I'd be like, it's your body, you decide whether you want to shave your armpits. So, like there are some women who don't. That's cool. I don't care. Yeah. But she gets so strong BO. I really am like, you need to shave them armpits to combat it. And so we've done Nair and we've shaved, but she like never lets me know when it's time. You know, like with a Nair, I don't let her just have the bottle because I don't want to hurt herself. Although I remember the first time we did, it was like the second or third time we did the Nair. I was like, okay, let me put it on your armpits. And then I set a timer and I forgot. And she started screaming at Zane, who was next door in the bedroom. She's like, it's burning. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. So, but that's only happened once. So
traumatic.
I know
That's
it.
just horrible. Poor baby.
Poor baby. But I gave her some of my disposable razor, and I was like, okay, here's how I was like, you get some soap and you lather it up and you shave. I was like, if it gets full, you just kind of soak, run the razor into the shower head and get the hair out. If it's really bad, you can go the opposite direction of the razors to get the hair out. And I was like, and I showed her with my thumb. I was like, go this way. And so when she does it, she holds the razor and goes sideways. It doesn't like it cuts a little bit, but it's not deep enough to hurt.
But still,
yeah.
Like, oh.
So she's like, I cut myself, so I don't want to do it. I don't want to shave anymore. I'm like, oh God, you stink, you little fucker.
Get her the intuitions that I use. I mean, we're not sponsored by anybody that I've done said today, but because they have the little lathery part on there, you just run it under the water and it.
I think what I'm gonna do is get her an electric one. They have I've seen some online for like $15 on Amazon. Mm-hmm. So, and that way we don't have to. I don't know. I will say I am mildly jealous of Wesley because he is at that age where everything, he's very self-conscious. He's getting to the point where he's self-conscious.
Yes.
That, the age like around junior high, late elementary, where they feel like everybody's looking at them. Yeah. So they're just self-conscious about everything. He's got there already. So he's like, I have to look a certain way. Kalia's 9. So she's just like, I don't care. I'm having fun, whatever. And I love that about her. But at the same time, I was like, you reek.
You have 8 shirts on, 3 pants on, and it is 112 degrees.
Yeah. Shit. Oh my God.
And that's just like, even when if you just wear one shirt, one shorts, you're still sweating. But when you want to put in layer upon layer and wear sweatshirts, it's so hot outside. Wesley does it too. He just doesn't.
He doesn't have the
hair yet to smell that. I'm sure he'll smell bad if he's like really sweating, but
I think in a year or two when he starts really developing, it's gonna hit hard.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't shy away from showers. Like I've heard some people talk about their boys and not wanting to shower. He doesn't shy away from that. I mean, he might kind of every once in a while be like, "Oh, I don't want to take a shower," or he'll want to wear the same shirt again. I'm like, "No, we don't rewear shirts, especially if sweating is this stinky."
I was about to say yesterday before you came over, we were gonna go have lunch, and I was like, "Kalia, go get dressed," and she came out wearing a shirt that I picked her up in from her mom's, and I was like, "Girl, you've already worn that, and you get funky. So I'm like, go change. She's like, it's fine. I'm like, if I gotta smell your stinky ass.
Yeah. So I'm trying to teach. Like,
well, I will say,
where
even like he doesn't stink, but he cracked me up because he's like alternately Wesley is alternately what's the term I'm looking for? He's alternately like germophobic.
Yes.
But then does the most disgusting things.
Yes.
Like I think I've mentioned this podcast before, but we had a fire in the backyard and he was like, oh, can I roast a marshmallow on the stick? He just picked it off the ground.
Yep.
I was like, baby, that's been on the ground. We're not gonna, I was like, you don't want to eat off that. And he's like, it's fine. He popped the end in his mouth. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, ugh.
And then yesterday we're doing clothes and I'm making him take his pills. He's doing his clothes. I have to go through them and make sure there's nothing in the pockets because he likes to leave stuff and that can hurt my washer. Going through his pockets and I give him his pills and he drops the blue and white one in his laundry basket. Not even on the floor, in his laundry basket. I'm like, get it, take it. Why don't you just give me another one? I only have 30 days supply. You gotta take that one. But Mama, it was in my clothes. And you put a stick in your mouth. Don't stop bringing that up. Why are you gonna bring it up? And I'm like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you can't be super germophobic and then do nasty shit. It don't work that way.
Or like he'll like him and Justin will be outside playing basketball, and that basketball stays outside all the time. So it is just ratty as hell looking, and I can't imagine what's on it.
Yeah.
And then they'll come in, and he'll just like grab stuff and put it in his mouth. I'm like, bleh.
Because he doesn't see it, I guess.
Bleh.
I don't know. I really don't. I get so confused with that whole... Because he can, like... So he has his own bathroom because boys are nasty. I'm sure I've said that many times before. And I make him clean it. But he'll be so germophobic over a pill in his laundry. But he'll take a shower with, like, dirt in the bottom of the bathtub. And I'm like, your feet are in that.
Yeah.
When you wash your feet, you step back into it. So they're dirty.
And he'll piss all over the toilet.
Yes.
And then sit in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't know how to win on that. If anyone has any tips on how to get boys to clean
less
it,
gross,
which everybody I've ever talked to is like, boys are boys. They're just nasty.
Yeah.
Even grown men are nasty, they say.
Yeah. Oh no, men in general are disgusting. Although I've known some nasty women. Did I ever tell you about the ex-girlfriend I had with the tampons?
Yes, but you have not yours, I don't think.
So back in the day, I was a heterosexual.
No, you weren't. You were still gay. You just dated women.
It was high school. Picture it, Austin, 1994. I had a girlfriend, and I had. This is actually after I graduated high school. I moved back to Austin, and she and we had dated for a little bit, for about a year, and then we broke up because I'd finally come out. And so when I moved back to Austin, she offered to let me live with her and her mom at her mom's house. And I was like, okay, sure. So I move in, and the mom was like, okay, I'm going to charge you $300 a month. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And a $200 security deposit. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I get to the room. I have to clean it out. I'm like, what the fuck am I paying a security deposit for?
Yeah.
So I clean the room out, and I get to the closet, and like her dad and mom had been divorced for a while, but I would find, like, I found a gold fountain pen. Sold that son of a bitch. Anyway, so I didn't, but when I finally cleaned out the closet, I found a few lumps of bone white dog poop in the closet. Because they had Shar-Peis or something, I don't know, the little small furry dogs.
Still, there was old shit in the closet.
Mm-hmm. And then each of us had our own separate bathroom, and the bathroom I had a built-in laundry, not chute, but like built-in hamper.
Okay.
With like a slot you could push clothes through, and with to hide your clothes hamper and whatnot.
Okay.
So I was going through it, trying to make room for my stuff, and there was some towels in there. I pulled one out, and when I pulled it out, I could see like there were some things stuck to the towels, and one of them fell in my lap. And I looked at it, I was like, "That's a dried pad." So she had used pads, wadded them up into a towel, and then stuck them in the hamper. Yeah. And talking about girls being nasty, when I worked at this company in Houston, the the management had a bear of a time getting the girls to not be gross in the bathroom. Apparently, someone had taken a tampon, pulled it out after it being used, stuck it to the wall, and walked out.
Huh. I don't understand at all.
Yeah.
Could never.
I could never.
Like, my mama taught me well. I could never. Like, I couldn't even imagine doing that, let alone doing it. Like, it's
at
just,
work, can you?
Like, I mean, like, and I'm like, at work, I'm like extra. Let's make sure it's wrapped up really tight because the person has to clean out the bag because you can't flush. You're not supposed to flush tampons down the toilet, so you gotta wad them up. And I extra toilet paper. I might be wasteful on that, but I'm like, this person does not need to see my blood. You know, like I'm that person. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now, were you ever the stinky kid?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I love taking baths and showers because I don't know how long ago it was, but I'm pretty sure I've always. I mean, when I was a baby would be a bath, but I always do baths and then shower. Mm-hmm. Like I always thought, I'm sitting in my own like funk. I'm not gonna get clean in this bathtub, but I want to play and have fun. Then I'll go take a shower. But I don't remember ever fighting with my mom about showers or the deodorant or like brushing teeth. I mean, I probably tried to get away with not brushing teeth. Boring. It's not really fun to brush teeth, but if you get your own routine, you just get used to doing the same thing every morning, every night before bed, that kind of thing. So I don't think I was ever that sneaky kid.
I will say, like, the older I've gotten, I cannot stand not brushing my teeth. Yeah. Like, when I wake up in the morning or when I go to bed, my teeth feel furry almost, and I'm just like, ugh, I gotta brush them teeth.
Yeah.
I will say I was the stinky kid probably in freshman year.
Okay. Of high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wasn't convinced I needed to wear deodorant. And I don't know. I was also probably depressed too because I was kind of on the verge of coming out. So I there's a few times I got like made fun of for it, but I wasn't like constantly the stinky kid. I was just like every night. There's a few times I remember when I got made fun of, but I mean I hate to say it, but I kind of deserved it because I stank.
Right. Not really lying about you at that time.
And they weren't like to my face. I could just hear them like whispering behind my back.
Gotcha.
So
which is kind of worse.
Yeah.
You can say some shit, say it to my fucking face, and I'll get you back. Because I got bullied a lot. We talked about it in our bullying for being wicked tall, and then for having scars. I didn't want anybody trying to pick on me with something else. Well, that's where I got my sense of humor from. Is because I'd be like, say it to my face, and then I got this come back. like I'm quick, and I love that I can do that. I mean, it sucks that it came out of that situation, but I never fought anybody. But I had word battles with lots of people.
I think in like a couple of Kalia's turning 10 this year, and I suspect by the time she hits 5th grade, she'll start getting more like self-conscious about everything. And like at some, there's like, sorry, Milo just went a little nuts and looked like he was trying to charge Buddy. But anyway, it's like it's this sad but almost kind of necessary part of growing up, where it's like you have to be aware what other people think of you, but you don't want it to be the only thing you focus on.
Yes.
So it ramps up really hard in middle school age range. And then hopefully you kind of like can find a balance as you age. Some people don't. Yeah. And some people never feel that self-consciousness. Right. I mean, we have some friends right now, like, I won't name names, but you know them, they live close by, and they're still super insecure and like feel like everybody's looking at them. Yeah. So I think there's some like there's a balance between, and I hope Kalia can find it.
Yep.
And I hope Wesley can chill the fuck out about, because even when we got Justin, he was real obsessed with like brands, but I think that was also like he grew up kind of poor, and he didn't want people thinking bad of him.
Right.
But he's chilled out ever since he's mid-20s, because he's like,
Wesley's is because he wants to be a rapper.
Yeah.
So the rappers have all the bling and all the designer stuff and la la la.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta earn it. I'm not. And
Yeah.
of course, now, apparently, because I'm white, I don't understand the struggle of a rapper or of a black rapper. At least.
Well, I mean, that's true, but
I mean, I even told him the story, like, I wanted J's when I was young. Like, well, I was like 16. I was playing basketball with all my friends. I wanted some Jordans, you know? And my mom's like, I'll pay for half. And I was working at the time because I started work at Fort. And
where'd you work at?
the candy kiosk at the mall.
I was 14.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 hours a night.
Even still.
Not every night. I could only
Yeah.
work so many hours. But yeah, it was, the 90s. You can do a lot more stuff in the 90s than you can do
I think
in
you
the
can still
2020s.
work at 14 now.
I think now it's just like public.
Yeah, it's very rare.
It's just like 3 places.
Yeah.
Like they're not as
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah, as they were back in the day. But
Although with all these labor, like all the child labor laws being repealed in like certain state, like Arkansas and Missouri and shit like that, they're like allowing 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds to work in like animal processing, meat processing. I'm like,
I would not trust he would chop some shit off.
Well, A, yes, but B, this is mostly affecting like poor migrant families. So it's just like, this is wonderful.
Yeah. But yeah, so my mom was like, I'll pay for half, you earn the other half, and we'll go get you some J's. I'm like, oh, okay, great. 3 weeks? That was a lot of work. You know what? Mama, you mind just giving me the half, and I'll go get some clothes and get some other stuff, get some CDs. Like, I could spend
Yeah.
and get like 15 items instead of just the one pair of J's.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like I don't really need them. And the thing is, now that I know, now that I'm older, I know Nikes and me don't really fit well. My feet don't like Nikes. So I would have spent $200 on a pair of shoes. It would have been like, ow, ow, ow.
Are you too wide or too narrow?
I have no idea. It's just something about Nikes. I mean, I might need to try them again because I'm a little older. But the last pair I got, they just weren't very nice on my feet. So I don't know. But so one day he'll understand, But I do try to get him just on the cheap. I try to get him his Nikes and his J's for like you found some places to get them used. But the thing is that he wants to tell everybody they're brand new. Well, baby, you can look at them and see that they're, baby, you can't go around saying Mama spent $200 on this because I don't want people thinking I got that money. I don't want people trying to find my house to try to, then that's where my mind goes. And in his mind, he's just like, ooh,
he's just bragging to everybody.
Me.
Yeah.
But on my mind, I'm like, fuck, don't tell these kids this shit because I don't want them coming to my house.
They come to your house and look at him like, oh, never mind, she ain't got no money.
Well,
He lying.
Yeah, I live in the ghetto, so
Yeah. I'm praying to God that Kalia doesn't ever become like a brand whore. But if she does, I'm like, okay. I was like, I'll pay for half. I'm like, I ain't buying you shit. I might, or with the caveat though that like Zay and I earn a lot more than you do. So it's like it's a little harder to be like, oh, we can't afford that. I'm like, yeah, we can. But I also don't want to spoil her. And I also don't want to give her like $100 shoes that are gonna like grow out of in a week. Yeah. So luckily she's young enough; she doesn't give a shit. I could buy her like $25 whatever, and she doesn't care as long as
Go
it's.
Get her some Walmart shoes. They're pink and sparkly. She's like, hell yeah, let me wear these.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the most expensive shoe I ever bought her. Well, I do remember her mom bought her some like Jordans, and she didn't know how to tie her shoes at the time. Yeah. So she never wore them. Yep. And
you ended up donating them.
Yeah. No, they're in the office right now. Shit. I think I was gonna give them back to Kiki so she'd give them to Ayana, but I'm just like I don't know. I think a lot of it too, and this is ignorant white man who grew up upper middle class. Like I've having observed my daughter and my son, it feels like a lot like a status symbol.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, like we can almost make believe that we have some money if we have these nice things. Yeah. It's kind of like the kids who buy Mustangs now. It's like, oh, I got a race car.
Right.
I was like, well, you got a Ford.
Yeah.
You got a piece of shit that's gonna break down.
Yeah. I remember like Tommy Hilfiger was really big back in the day when I was, and like to have Tommy was like a status, like the like you said, the status symbol. But I don't think that we knew that he was racist when when we were wanting to have Tommy. I had one Tommy shirt, and for some reason my dumb ass got a white one, and it was that thing had to be like extra large, like it. I was,
and for our listeners, Jennifer is a handsome woman. It's almost 6 foot tall, but you were medium. Yeah, but at the time you were probably like, because you didn't have your.
I had no boobs. I had no ass. I wore big baggy jeans and big shirts that were like extra large.
You wear them? Did you wear them ubus?
The what?
Was it ubus? The real wide leg pants?
Oh, I called them elephant pants.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but no. It was kind of still the same. I finally got into where they fitted at the waist and they were long. But no, I was that one white shirt. And then, of course, like, you get a white shirt, what's the first thing that happens? You get it dirty.
And then it starts turning, like, yellow.
Yeah, and, oh, God, I felt so bad. But, yeah, that was my look at me, I'm cool, because I got a Tommy shirt for Christmas. Like, Mom was like, I got you something. Here you go. One thing, because fucking Tommy was expensive back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Now it's like, I don't know, when I look at Tommy Hilfiger, like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of like a trash brand almost.
Right, yeah, but in the night, like,
in the 90s, yeah.
96 to 99, that was, you were it if you had Tommy.
I remember that.
And so I do understand where Wesley's coming from, but I also understand he's fucking 12 years old.
Yeah.
He's still growing.
Yeah.
I'm not spending all that
It's
money.
a waste.
Yeah.
Unless you got a shit ton of money, it's a giant waste.
Yeah. And then going back to our topic instead of labels and such.
Keep on focus.
So,
what?
Yeah. Clea is getting bumps on her face.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows, puberty, it's pimples, just breaking out. Mm-hmm. Wesley is shit talking. And I'm like, dude, do not. Why? You have not gone through, you are not at this stage. Don't be mad about it. Just life. She's earlier than you. Whatever. Do not start talking shit about her bumps. Because if you do, I'm going to make it tenfold on you. I'm going to tell Jason and Zane and EJ and everybody to talk shit about.
So if you hear a weird like blip in our audio, the power just went out. We're having some storms rolling, so sorry about that.
That's a little creepy.
Jennifer was talking about making it tenfold worse for Wesley for talking about Clea's bumps.
I would tell everybody in our life to talk shit about him, because that is just something you cannot help.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do your best to wash your face correctly, to eat the right foods, don't eat too much chocolate, which is what they always said. I don't know how true that is. I could be, saying some false shit. But, like, you could do everything in your power to not get bumps, and you're going to get fucks.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, people are just like, fuck you. Here's a whole bunch of shit that's going on in your life. And the time where you start to, like, people.
Feel insecure about yourself.
And then you're starting to feel stuff, but you feel stuff for other people. And it's like, let me throw all this bad shit on you, and then you go talk to that person that you like. Mm-hmm. No, I'm so glad I'm. Oh fuck! Like, I don't want him to go through it, but I know he's going to. But he's just so she's just so early in everything, because she'll be 10 and he's 12.
Yep.
So it's like he doesn't understand, and I don't want him to, because that is not something he can really. Yeah. Do anything about it.
I will say, to your point about the bumps, she doesn't have a lot of pimples. She just gets a few of them every now and then. But I will say she's got a lot of self-control, because my OCD ass would have been popping every single one. She won't even let me touch them. I was like, come here, baby, let me pop them. She's like, touch them. You're not supposed no, to. Goddamn it, I want to pop them. I don't care.
No. Because that's how you get acne scars.
I think that's only if you have a lot. And
like severe.
Yeah, but still, leave her alone.
I know. Anyway, I do it to Zane.
Well, that's okay. Do it to your husband. That's fine. Don't do it to your granddaughter. Okay.
But she doesn't get a lot, so luckily.
I think she also gets little, like, actual just bumps. I don't know from what. Because she does get, it's not like whiteheads or blackheads, but she'll get some bumps on her face too.
Yeah.
And that's what, because more so, I don't think I've seen a white head or a black head.
Oh, we see them all the time.
I just don't look at her.
Yeah.
You know, I love my baby girl, but I'm not really like studying her face, and I'm not with her like you guys are.
Yeah.
She's probably like, Daddy, look at that big one on my forehead, and I'm just like, hey, baby girl, I love you. You know.
No, she never like she never brings it up, but I mean she'll mention someone made fun of her if it happens, but it doesn't happen a lot, so which is good. But I'm pretty proud of her, but I think a lot of it's just she's young.
Yeah.
I think it's just like that blissful ignorance you have when you're 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of years it's going to be
But
daddy.
It'll be like.
She'll be past it mostly.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I really do. I hope that she's the clean face while everybody else is be like, bitch, who's nice now? I smell great. I got a face full of nothing. And fuck you.
Yeah.
She would never do that because she's just
she
such
wouldn't.
a fucking sweetie. But I'll do it for her. I'll go show all them 5th, 6th graders. Look at my baby girl.
I will say though, I do feel bad for her, even though she probably won't have a ton of acne problems by the time she hits junior high. She's gonna have B cups.
Oh yeah.
And like a round ass.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a short, fully developed looking woman, practically.
Unfortunately, she'll get slut shamed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
For some reason, do have them, you get bullied. If you don't have them, you get bullied. You can't win.
Yeah, there's because the kids are so self-conscious themselves, they're projecting their own insecurities.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm feeling insecure because I don't have boobs, so let me make you feel bad. Yeah. Or I have boobs, why don't you have boobs? I feel insecure about it. Or, that stage of life is just god-awful.
It is, and kids are horrible.
Yeah.
Kids are
no filter, dickheads.
And as tall, skinny, no boobs, no ass, nothing. Not even high school. Like, I didn't get my boobs in my ass until my 30s. Maybe late 20s. But, like, I just was like, if you don't like looking at me, don't look at me. Like, I got to that point, I had long hair down my butt. I started wearing, like, actual form-fitting outfits instead of my 3X's and, baggy pants.
Which is funny for our listening audience, this is a audio medium. Jennifer has a cute little pixie cut and wears not tight, but form-fitting clothes.
Yes. Yeah, and I changed that after high school, but didn't matter if it was the long hair 3X or the form-fitting short hair. I would be called a dude all the time, and I'm like,
it's the height.
I can't win.
Yeah.
I got boobs and an ass. I'm not a dude, but you know what? Like, it used to bother me a lot. And then I just got to the point where, like, you know what? Whatever. You think I'm a dude? You think I'm a dude. I know I'm not, so I'm just going to go with that, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I had to just, because it happened a good bit, so I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah. I will say I'm a little scared for Kalia just because she's developing so early that she's going to get unwanted attention from much older men.
Scary.
And that's what scares me the most. Like little boys, like Wesley's age, I'm not super worried about, but
their idea of dating is to having a girlfriend and just saying, oh, you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, and no touching, maybe some.
But by the time she's 13 or 12, she's going to look like a woman, basically. And she'll get attention from like late high schoolers or college students. And I'm like, ugh. And, I was like, I do not blame her mom for anything that has happened to her, but I want her to have more options that her mom had. Because she, Kiki got pregnant at 16, and I was like, I want Kalia to have more. And because she got pregnant and had Kalia, frankly, it was like that was kind of the domino that started it started like a domino of events that kind of like really impacted a lot of their lives. So I don't think she would have been in foster care had she not gotten pregnant because foster care probably wouldn't have gotten involved because their dad was developing dementia. So I don't know. I want her to have more opportunities than her mom was given.
And I think you are. I mean, ballet, she's in ballet class. She's about to do a cartoon class with our local artsy place called Mill. Did you not?
No, it's at a different place.
I thought you said it was at Mill.
No, there was two. One at an art studio over near Jeff Road, and that's one we're going to. The first one I was looking at was at the Huntsville Art Museum.
I thought you were looking at Mill for it. That's what I thought you said to me, but my brain doesn't work right, so whatever. Anyway, she's about to do some art stuff because she's really good at art. She would not get that if she wasn't with.
Yeah.
And so I think you guys are giving her that. And then she knows by seeing how you guys are together what a relationship should look like. And I think with all of us kind of telling her, we don't let her talk online.
Yeah.
We don't let that with Wesley, even though he really wants to. Like, nope, we're not going to do that. We try to do as much as we can.
Yeah.
Right now we're good because she's got the BO.
Mm-hmm.
So no one wants to get that close to her. I love her.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, later on we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, I think late junior high, early high school is like, let's go get an IUD in. Because I don't want you to have to... And even her mom agrees with that. Yeah. Because, I think it'll help her with her periods, too. Because she's, she's 9 and she's already, like, 4 or 5, 6...
with me.
Yeah. Well,
kind of, but I think she was stressed or... Something happened recently. She started early.
Yeah. So, either way, I'm hoping that... I'm just hoping that we can, like... I just get worried, because I don't want her to get SA'd. Because that's my biggest fear.
But she says she might be a lesbian, so we could just keep that in.
I mean, that is true.
You can't get pregnant.
Well, but, I mean, like, unwanted attention from men even happens to lesbians.
Oh, yeah,
so,
I know.
So,
well, I mean,
that's
I
my biggest fear.
That, but,
Yeah. So, even though we have divulged...
I tried to bring it back.
Diverged.
I promise, guys. I tried. There's only so much BO you can talk about.
That's true. Well, what I was going to talk about, even though we've diverged strongly from hygiene, my friend Feej, whom I'm hoping we'll get on the podcast probably next season or the season after, he has like 8 kids that he's adopted.
Right.
And I remember he was telling me that he had these kids... he's only adopted boys, and he had this one that kept getting infections on his penis because he wouldn't pull back his foreskin to wash it. So he had just like, I can't even imagine the dick cheese this poor kid had. And I was like, and
sorry, listeners, for that.
But I'm like, what are you supposed to do? Like, especially if you didn't like raise them from a child, and you're a foster, you can't like. Even as a non-foster, like a biological parent, it's not like I'm going to pull back a foreskin and like wash the kid's dick. Yeah. But I'm just like, ugh.
Well, I mean, imagine you would tell them because you would know.
But how would you know?
Well, if you're a biological parent, you said a biological parent.
But how would you know if your kid got dick cheese?
Well, would you not teach them when they were young? Hey, you have foreskin.
All right. Let's just say
I'm
the kids.
I'm a girl, so I don't know nothing about
let's just say it is a biological child, and they decided to be stubborn.
Well, then that's on them. Because you already told them.
Yeah. But, like, his kid was like, I'd rather just go to the doctor and get it than pull back my foreskin and clean myself.
See, now that's just, okay, I'm going to start charging your ass because you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Not when you got a husband like his.
Well, I don't know. But I'm sorry for anybody that has that happening to them because that's a lot. Yeah.
I'm just, I remember when we first got Kalia, we were always doing baths, and so we would do bubble baths, and I'd always make her like stand up and like shower just quick to get herself cleaned off because she was sitting in her own funk.
Right.
Or I would like drain the tub and refill it after we bathed her. But she started getting UTIs pretty regularly, and the pediatrician was like, "No more bubble baths." I'm like, "Okay." Well, unfortunately.
Can't sit in there too long.
No. So we had Kalea's younger sisters, and we were bathing them. Oh, pardon me. And I was like, "Oh, I hope you don't get a UTI from this."
Yeah.
But I made sure.
They're babies too, and you're not letting them fall.
Yeah, I have like maybe 15 minutes, but all them Harris little girls, they do not like being. They don't like. Well, they don't mind going to the bath, but when you tell them it's time to get out, they do not like that. And bedtime, woo! Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was an adventure unto itself.
Yes, it was. Is this a good stopping point?
I think it's a good segue.
All right.
Okay, so for all our listeners, if you have any funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice, or if you have any topics you want us to cover.
yes, please. We're always looking for new
Yes,
topics.
because we struggle sometimes to figure out what the hell we talk about. And then we pick a topic and then we stray off and talk about some other bullshit.
Well, I always looked at, like, I listen to other podcasts and they'll have a topic. I feel like it just gives us a theme to work off of, but I don't know. I'm hoping the podcast listeners that do listen to us regularly, all four of you, I'm on, that you're okay with us just listening to us and hear about our struggles. And, the joke of this podcast was that, we're bad parents, but it's like, parenting's fucking hard.
Yeah, so fucking hard.
And, you look at these Instagram moms or dads and they're like,
Facebook moms.
yeah, these perfect parents. And you're like, I can never be that.
Yeah.
And
I work.
Yeah. Or, like, I don't give a shit if my kid doesn't have like a catered first birthday party.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Either way, we just, we're all in this together.
Yep.
We're all shitty parents at the end of the day. Even the Instagram parents who like look like they have a perfect household are just milking their kids for fame.
Yep.
So I hope you're enjoying the ride we're taking you on.
Yes. I hope so too.
Either way, email us at guide to poor parenting. So guide to poor parenting, all one word, at gmail.com. Miss Jennifer, what are we having for snack time?
Oh, we're eating crunchy cookies. I didn't realize they were crunchy until I took my first bite. They are Tate's Bake Shop mint chocolate chip cookies from Southampton, New York.
Ooh.
They're yummy. I just thought they would be soft.
Yeah.
So when I took my first bite, it broke up into like 5 pieces. I was like, oh shit.
Well, I'm just glad we had some left. I bought them probably like a month ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, they're packaged in a paper bag, but like I think internally they're sealed in plastic.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, we got some time, but my son got into them, so they're half gone. But they were pretty good.
Yeah, I like them. They're
Yeah.
yummy. They're not too minty, so that was good.
All right, Miss Jennifer, let's do story time. It's your time.
Oh, yay.
I know you got a good story time for us.
Oh, Lord. So, Wesley is with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and he has an awesome big brother that's, like, takes him fishing, that does all the stuff that Mama won't do. I don't want to go outside. It's hot. I don't want to go fishing. I don't want to do all that stuff. So, it was about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. I get a message from Big Brother. Hey, I just want to let you know that I'm missing $100+ from my wallet. So that day I pick up Wesley from school, and the teacher had said something about him having a school. So that was like, well, this is a perfect opportunity for me to check his shit. Because most of the time, and I feel bad, I feel like a kind of a prison warden where I check Wesley's pockets. Put my hands in his pockets, his front and back pockets, I check his book bag and make sure that he doesn't have anything that he's not supposed to have to go to school, to go to your house.
What?
And it just,
You're innocent angel?
It feels so weird to have to do this, but I do. Because he's taken so much stuff, as people I've listened to on this podcast. He's done a lot. So he gets home from school and I'm like, give me your jacket. Why? Because I said so. And then he's like trying to like take his jacket off slowly so that he can hide it. I'm like, no. And I just like kind of take it off of him. And I'm like, let me check your pockets. Give me your book bag. And then I take his jacket and I kind of just shake it. And all this money falls out. I'm like, fuck. So I go through it. Most of it's ones, but there is a $100 bill.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, messaging Ryan, Big Brother. Hey, was it a $100 bill? And he was like, yeah. It's like, oh, okay. So he had told me he wanted to talk to Wesley about it. So I told Wesley, where'd you get all this money? Birthdays and Christmas and Justin and his friends. So if I asked Justin's friends, they gave you money, they're going to let you know. Well, it was from Justin. So if I asked Justin if there's going, if he gave you money. Well, I got it from kids at school. So apparently he was asking for, excuse me, like someone would give him something to go buy and then he'd keep it.
So he'd steal from kids at school.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's stealing. Okay. So I told him, I was like, look, I'm going to ask all these people, figure out what's going on. That next weekend, Ryan was like, he didn't really fess up to it with Ryan. But in front of him, I took the money that Ryan had and I gave it back to Ryan. Like, I am so sorry about my son.
Please don't stop being my little...
Right.
The big.
And yeah, don't stop being a big. And then I was like, you know what? You ain't got no more money. So I took it. It's like, this is not how you earn money. You do not steal to earn money. You do things to earn money. You need to learn this in life.
But stealing is doing something.
No, it's not. You'll lose all that shit. So then the other day, Wesley's got like this big bag of change, and he's sneaking it into his bedroom, and I'm like, fuck, where'd he get... So your son Justin was outside, and I was like, hey, did you give him money? You gave him. He's like, yeah, I found some change. I gave it to him. We went to the Coinstar. He got like $1, and then he found a whole bunch of change at Coinstar. And so he just took all that change. And I was like, okay, will you please stop giving him stuff? Just make him earn it. Because apparently Justin bought him some earbuds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, make him earn it, Justin. Make him clean out your car or help you clean your room or, go clean my bathroom or go take out the trash. Like, make him do stuff to earn this. Because he needs to learn the value of money. Not that we just give him stuff and then he can go... spend it. So yeah, that was rough because I was just like, oh God, this guy is not going to be his big brother no more. And
yeah, my mom, when I told her about it, she's like, oh, did Ryan not want to be his big brother anymore? It's like, surprisingly, no.
Yeah, he made him. Oh, he did make it to the point where Wesley was almost like, I don't want him my big brother no more because Ryan made him read some type of Greek passages that was all about like, it's like the 10 Commandments but for the Greeks.
Oh.
So it was like 100 things. It was like, you do not do this, you do not do that.
Oh.
And anytime it came to stealing, Ryan made him read it like 15 times, not really, but like 5 times, so that it would hopefully stick, which is not, but
yeah,
he's just so impulsive.
Yeah.
With the ADHD, and it's like he doesn't think about anything. He's just like, oh look, there's that, let me take it. Oh, I'm just gonna go in this room and I'm gonna take it.
So as a sidebar to the change thing that Justin gave him, I came in the other day and he had gotten the Scotch tape out of our drawer and was like taping them into... He had used so much tape to like take 50-cent wads of...
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. I was just like, give me that goddamn Scotch tape. I was like, please don't waste my tape. I was like, just keep it in the fucking...
That's so funny because he Scotch taped the shit out of his picture from school on his door. He has like half a roll of fucking Scotch tape for one picture. He doesn't think. He just does. Yep. And then it's like, what? What's wrong with that? You don't have to pay for none of this shit.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's our story. But, oh, damn. It's rough. Whew.
Good times.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Although I will say we go to our foster support group and we'll go in and we'll bitch about our kids. And then someone will be like, yeah... so-and-so stabbed a kid at school.
I mean, it's not really that deep, but it feels like it. Yeah.
Sometimes it is, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not, like, I obviously can't reveal specifics, but, like, we've gone to support group before, and we're, like, Jennifer and I are bitching about our kids, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, my daughter, like, chased me with a knife and hacked at the door. We're like, oh, I guess our kids aren't that bad. Yeah. Or, my daughter is telling everyone at school that Papa molested her. And we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're
They're
I
not
guess...
that bad. They just stole some Scotch tape and wrapped up some coins.
Yeah. So, kids are tough.
Yeah.
If you have any hesitation about kids,
oh yeah.
Just pray. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening to another episode of Your Guide to Poor Parenting.
If you like our podcast, please give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on.
And if you don't like our podcast, just like when our kids ask if we can buy them $200 shoes.
Tough shit.
Get out of here.
Get a job.
Motherfucker. Bye.
Bye.